Dear students, today we will start chapter 3 coordinate geometry. The first point is this chapter deals with understanding the concept of locating a point in two dimensions. By two dimension we mean that is a surface that has length and breadth. Two dimension means you can also say xy plane or Cartesian plane or rectangular coordinate system. Now basic terms. First point, what is x-axis? The horizontal number line on which you plot the numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3 and there is negative numbers on the left hand side. So every real number contained on that line, that horizontal number line is called x-axis. Again we take another number line, that is the vertical number line, that is called y-axis. Now origin, a point where x-axis and y-axis meets at 90 degree is called origin. It is denoted by the symbol O. Now quadrant, coordinate axis, that is x-axis and y-axis, both are known as coordinate axis. Divide the Cartesian plane or you say xy plane into four parts. Each is called a quadrant. Here is the diagram for that. Here we have taken x-axis, the horizontal number line, this is the vertical number line and this is point origin. And these two lines cut at right angle 90 degree. Origin means a point which is the frame, which is the reference point. And this plane is known as frame of reference. So what is the reference point? O, that is origin. Here the value is 0. Now when we go to the right hand side, the value becomes 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And on left hand side there are negative numbers -1, -2, -3 and so on. It contains all the real numbers in fractions, in integers, in negative, positive, fraction, rational, irrational, every numbers. In the same way there is a number line y-axis. It also starts with 0 and then in upward direction we take positive values 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, and on below the origin downward side we take -1, -2, -3 and so on. It is represented as y dash, y negative, and it is y positive, basically y. This is x as positive side and this x dash represents the negative side of x-axis. Okay, after this, sixth point is what is a coordinate? In that xy plane or Cartesian coordinate system, we plot coordinates. And also we plot coordinates to draw some two-dimensional object like square, rectangle, circle, any quadrilateral, pentagon or any polygon you say, or you also can draw in two dimension a three-dimensional object, that is cube, cuboid, cylinder, etc. So by coordinate we can draw any two-dimension or three-dimension object in two-dimension plane or even a one-dimension, that is a line. So we need to basically understand what is the meaning of coordinate. The coordinate of a point in xy plane or Cartesian plane, basically coordinate is a point in xy plane in two-dimension system that has two parts. The first one is abscissa and second is ordinate, which basically forms an ordered pair a comma b type. In a comma b, a is called abscissa and b is called ordinate of the coordinate a comma b. So a comma b is a point. It is also known as coordinate. It has two parts. The first one is called abscissa, that represents the x-axis value, and ordinate that represents the y-axis value. Generally a coordinate is represented by a capital letter like ABC. Third point is location of coordinate in Cartesian plane. So this is the most important point, how we locate the position or how we locate the point in Cartesian xy plane. To locate any coordinate or point in xy plane, we follow a rule. That rule is, to represent any point P, we plot the coordinate as follows. First, we see the abscissa value, that is the first member of this ordered pair or coordinate you say. We see the first value, this is known as abscissa value. Abscissa value here is A. A is taken parallel to x-axis from origin. So we take a value, length a, whatever be the value of a, we'll take that value and we take that much distance taken parallel to x-axis from origin. So our reference point is origin always. And ordinate value, this is the y value, second point, second letter, this b is taken parallel to y-axis from origin, or you can take parallel along a. Once you reach at a, you can take parallel to a. So for example, let us draw P 2, 3, Q minus 1, 3 and R 1, 2 and join these points to see which figure we obtain. So we take x-axis, y-axis, we draw numbers, we plot numbers 1, 2, 3, minus 1, 2, 3, similarly minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and 1, 2, 3 respectively. There is origin. Now the first point is 2, 3. How we plot this? Take 2 unit from x-axis. So this is the origin along x-axis. We follow 2 units. So 2 units here. Because it is positive sign, so we take this path, right hand side. If it is negative, we take this left hand side. So first we take x-axis path. So here the abscissa value is 2. So we'll move from origin 2 units on x-axis towards right hand side because it is positive. So we are here now to plot the y coordinates. What we do? We go parallel to this point, parallel to y-axis. So parallel to y-axis from this point, and how much unit? 3 unit. And it is positive, so upward. If it is negative, then downward. So from 2 you go parallel to y-axis to reach this point, and this is 3. So this point becomes 2, 3. You can also go parallel to y-axis and then take, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So you join the intersection point, that also comes to be P. So in either way you reach at point P. So P is our point of intersection of abscissa and ordinate value. So here the abscissa and ordinate value strikes, we obtain the point P. So we plot the point P by plotting a dot because it is a point. This is a coordinate. Similarly, you can draw R. R is drawn by taking 1 unit from x-axis in right hand side direction and then moving 2 units upward from this one along parallel to y-axis और along a के साथ y के पैरेलल चलते हुए यहाँ पर ये पॉइंट हमें 2 मिल जाएगा. So this point is r 1, 2. Similarly, q is drawn. q is minus 1, 3. So minus 1 means x-axis के left hand side direction में minus 1 unit and after this 3 unit upward. So this becomes the minus 1, 3. This is the q point. So if you join these 3 points by a scale, you get a triangle shape. So we form a triangle. Similarly, you can plot other coordinates. One question is like this. The question will ask you that if you given a point P 2, 3, tell in which quadrant it lies. So it lies in first quadrant because see, for this you need to know about the sign of quadrants. So what are the sign of quadrants? We have 4 quadrants. This is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant and this is fourth quadrant. So in first quadrant, x and y both are positive. In second quadrant, you see x is negative but y is positive. In third quadrant, x and y both are negative. In fourth quadrant, we have x is positive, y is negative. On x-axis, we have the value of y as 0 and x can be positive or negative. See, this point is 1, 0. And this point is minus 1, 0. X can be negative, can be positive on x-axis, but y is always 0 on x-axis. On y-axis, is if any point is on y-axis, then its x value, abscissa value is 0 and ordinate value can be plus or minus. See, if there is this point, so this point is 0, 1 and this point is 0, minus 1. We always take abscissa first and ordinate second in any coordinate. So question can ask you that determine in which quadrant the points lie. So minus 1, 3 lies in second quadrant, this in first quadrant. So in this way you can give the answer. So I hope it is clear to you.